good.
There's bears out here. That's pretty neat.
Bruh.
Hey, what's up? Late stream, just hanging out with the patrons tonight. You know, we do it once every Thursday night. We just have a conversation about charts, life, whatever. So, thanks for being here. You know, not gonna be many of y'all, but whatever, dude. It's me paying back to those who keep this going. All right. Literally nothing's happening on Bitcoin right now. It's like it's selling off some, right? Showing weakness. And you know, next target's 9150. I mean, that's it, right? That's like kind of the next target, 9150 support. Yeah. Look, man, remember this? Remember like 9150, 9200s, like that March 7th high, that January 2020 high. I mean, it looks like you might be ready to test that. This negative memo keeps building and the relative strength keeps falling. We might just be making a lower low. Same wave might be going on. Okay. Hey, what's up, man? Hey.
Hello?
Hello?
Bruh.
Hello?
Alright, we're live, man. So, yeah. So, what were y'all talking about? I mean, we talked about Cisco. We were in that conversation.
Kotik went down a wormhole, so we were in a wormhole for a second. But we're back.
Where'd they go?
Wait, what happened?
He went down a wormhole.
A wormhole?
Yeah. I don't know. He went to another dimension.
A rabbit hole,
yeah.
maybe?
That's what happens when you trade a lot of options every day, yeah.
Rabbit hole, wormholes. So wormhole is like a weird one. Rabbit hole is, I don't know.
That's where I was born, yeah.
First hype in the chat. No spin needed.
What's up, Mr.
Just
Lodic?
love what you do, brother.
Thanks, dude, for the 10 super chat. Really appreciate it. Well, I mean, look, you know, there might be streams where it's the normal stream and I'm doing keto, but, you know, on nights like this, it's all good. I probably should chug anyway because I owe one, I think, because of the controversial one. Oh my god, look at that. Right, I like seldom drink now. It's the lifestyle change, and it's purely me just on a journey. Like I think like once I get the journey done, I'll be like, you know, probably I'll drink more and stuff, but it's like the fat burning journey that I'm on. So, yeah, Keto Connect. And despite like low calories, all that, drinking alcohol certainly does, you know, your liver, it needs to be completely freed up to do what it does in keto, produce those ketones. Anyway. Okay.
I'm 23. I don't really have a liver.
Shoot, man. It's one of the most resilient organs in your body. It can take a serious beating.
You can lose 79% of your money and come all the way back.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Stay above 20% net liquidity, we're good.
Yeah, and there's like
fall below straight to zero.
Some people are like stop loss liquidation of my liver.
Stop loss cirrhosis.
Yeah, or fatty liver, right? From the eating too much or eating too many like carbs
Yeah,
and
so you can recover from that
for sure.
Zero. Once you hit that.
But cirrhosis is like you done, man.
Yeah, once you hit below 20, you're on a countdown clock.
Don't forget about the liver's friend, the gallbladder. Everybody needs their gallbladder.
Yeah, you definitely can't do ketosis without a gallbladder. That's one thing about it. That's why it's like you gotta definitely make sure you're able to do keto if you start it.
I have no idea what the gallbladder does, but I know it's important.
Okay, Dell says maybe filters trash. I think it helps. I don't know, with toxins.
To mention the republic for which he stands.
They're all,
One
yeah,
nation,
they're all part of the
indivisible,
filtration system.
with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much, Bitcoin Saves Lives. Lives. Thank you, dude. Look at that. It's the Pledge of Mishre Allegiance, I guess. The first of its name. How long have I been in diet? I have been in diets technically since February, but I don't think I started keto until like March or something. So definitely been, 2020 been a different year, dude, completely. Well, Joe, dude, I lost like 20 pounds. See, no, more than that. I'm 170. I started at 197, dude. Beginning of the year was 197 for sure. Maybe even like 200 occasionally. Anyway. Okay, guys. So Big One's dumping 9268. Nobody cares. Alright, see you at 9150 for real. Like, I don't even know how you bounce here at this point. What are you even bouncing? What would you be bouncing off of?
Goku being over 9,000.
Yeah, but that's like the 9,000 support. Wouldn't that be where Goku is? I guess. I don't know.
That's all I'm watching. Just as long as we're over 9,000, I'm at.
Yeah, well, might be in jeopardy soon, for sure. We're getting there. Look at that daily negative momentum starting to build again. Oh, just a huge island of it.
This is a really rounded pattern also.
What, on Bitcoin?
Yeah, it's like rounded, I don't know, rounding down sort of on the 4 hour.
Well, if you look at it here, just here, from like the peak of June 16th to now, you made a low, you sold off, and then you rallied, you made a lower, or sorry, you made a high, you made a lower high, only after back testing the 200 moving average as resistance. So it's like, oh man. And then again, right, the discussion we had in the day stream were the moving averages, where you are now below all three of them, and it's been a long time since we've seen the moving averages so like converge together like this. They are almost the same price, all three of them, 94.32 to 94.65. And again, right, you want to be above all of those. This is not like normal. I mean, look, right, wouldn't you be, whoa, this is pretty good, dude. Right, moving averages are finally crossing over to the upside in this situation. And we're getting some buying, I guess, right? Maybe.
Yeah, it's a good indicator.
Doesn't look that good. Yeah.
Well, when you flip it.
Yeah, dude, it looks interesting.
When those touch, what does that indicate?
I mean, it's like they're converging. So you think like Bollinger Bands kind of act similarly. That's how the Bollinger Bands exist. I think they're just moving averages. And like when the moving averages like converge like this, like on the Bollinger Bands, they tighten up And so when a big move happens, you know, that's when the Bollinger Bands start spreading out, like they start diverging on the bottom and top band. And it's kind of like bearish fanning, where if a move starts happening, you think these start diverging. It's like, okay, the downtrend's really going on right now. We're, you know, at least in the 4 hour, we're starting a, you know, again, it's just like you look up, you've tested these moving average and you failed, now you're selling off. So it doesn't mean it's over for the daily, but it just means, like, you know, it's definitely how, I mean, it's just like they're lagging indicators. So normally you see the price action lead, but I don't know, man. Flew in that chart of it, looks like, wow. Being above all of them.
Well, at least I think McDonald's is hiring 260,000 people.
Wow, dude. Fantastic.
Go back if there's another stimulus bill for $600 a week.
McDonald's, dude. Is that going to happen?
That's what they
Yeah.
said.
Yeah, McDonald's hiring a bunch of people. Domino's, a bunch of delivery services.
Dude, I haven't looked
Jobs
at McDonald's
report
in a while.
pump.
Wage cooking it.
Non-farm payroll connect pump. It's just all.
Look at this. Golden Cross? Oh, this 4 hour. Golden Cross happening on McDonald's. I mean, look, who cares? But it's like, it's the first Golden Cross in the 4 hour since January. So, what? I mean, of course, lagging indicators. Yes, I get it. Definitely like a channel of some sort. Let's do that daily. Okay, so you're back. Let's get rid of these. So you're back to the 200 moving average. And you could definitely probably just take it maybe like this. Yeah, man, McDonald's Connect. Let's go. Dude, look at McDonald's before. It was so gorgeous. And then the crash happened and it ruined it. Oh, it's so pretty. What an uptrend, man. So wonderful. And then you go back, tripping through time. And you're like, what the heck? It's February 2017. And now we're back. So you got your own little structure here. Recovery. So what's going to happen? I mean, look, man, you got a high on price, August 2019. And then you got a lower high, February 2020. Now you got a lower high, June 2020. So we now, like, are we downtrending, man? Consecutive lower highs? Consecutive lower lows? Am I crazy?
Consumer staples haven't been. This was the time last year that they were all really took off. Pepsi, Coke, McDonald's.
Look at that.
That was a little bit more
test.
risky trade, but people were a little bit scared.
I don't know. Either way, do I see something? I mean, it looks like you had bearish divergence and it's played out. And it's trying to play out. Money printer goes bird, just pivots and runs again, I guess, to test that. Look, you know, look at it tested the old channel. There was once support, is now resistance, right? June 9th. That was nice. That's so crazy. Who else is screwed? Or doing stuff? Hold on, did it really? The monthly? Oh yeah, old
I
channel.
caught McDonald's on the dump. It hit one of my
Dude, look at this.
for long-term lines. No, alright, I'm on forward.
Dude, this channel is so pretty. Oh my god. Like, how does this even real life? But of course, that's not even what's crazy. None of my
Dude,
work
the volume's
saved.
coming in since
It, dude, that is it, dude. That's
what are you on the monthly?
I'm on the month. Yeah, monthly, dude. That's so effing pretty. 786 connect, right? Yeah.
I wonder what Target's looking like, because I heard rumors about they gonna increase their minimum wage to $15 an hour for everyone.
I don't know, man. I mean, that thing is done. You know, it's freaking done. Now it's painting like this. It's like a symmetrical triangle, but it's like a more descending symmetrical triangle. So there's like, it seems like there's more distribution and less accumulation going on in that structure. It was on the static video today. You can see it. It's I don't know. You know, if it's gonna, it could continue. You could sell off and make retraces, and then that little pattern has targets for sure. We can look at it. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, that's right. Look at Ford. Remember Ford? It's like monthly freaking bullish divergence, Class A. Like, how do you ignore that? I don't care if it's Ford. How do you ignore this? It's literally like we're staring at Jupiter.
I remember.
Remember CNA? I don't know, man. I don't know about CNA. I would go with just moderate retraces on this one, right?
Hey.
Dude, we could be like...
Be Ford tough.
It could be 5 years, dude. I'd be happy
CNA
with 979.
may be rough, but become Kang with us.
Well, then fine. I mean, you could just
they
take
got the
profit.
electric F-150, that retarded stock that just keeps going up, that Nikola, that everyone's trying to short.
Yep.
It's costing 200% APR interest right now to short that effing thing.
Oh my god, it's Tesla Jr. Second graveyard. It's a graveyard.
You have to see the option flow for Nikola. It's
I'm
insane.
aware.
A lot of open interest.
There is, but it's just super. All the money is very expensive to buy a put and very cheap to buy calls. So there's ways to play it.
This is bullish. Man, this is a bullish pattern for people. There are people in the audience, people in chat asking.
I'm long. I'll let you know when I get to about $18.
Yeah, it'll be a couple years. It'll probably be the 60,000 sub meetup when all this happens.
I'm
Ford.
Almost back to probably my first entry level Ford ever.
For whatever.
Oof. Yeah, I think I bought Ford for the first time around.
Why is it bullish? It's a harmonic pattern.
Ford's not going anywhere. The Fed is buying up all bad debt and also allowing companies to do CapEx with really cheap money, and something Ford needs to do to get their electric F-150 out. They have the top selling car in the world. They make it electric, and boom.
Boom Connect.
All these other ones, the Nikola and the Elon truck, they look like freaking. They were drawn on Microsoft Paint.
Do y'all see it? The ones in the audience that are scared? I'm scared, man.
Success too.
No, this is the one, dude. This is the Jesus for sure. You're trying to understand it. You know, you're a patron. You should scroll back through the video. I have videos on all kinds of harmonics in the Patreon, dude. You should access those amenities. You got to go to patreon.com and just scroll through it. Go to the education, like there's tags, and it's like the education tab. You scroll through and you'll find like these different patterns, and I explain how they are. I explain like what fib node is what on here. Okay? Don't get wrecked, man.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, there's the okay. Hey man, there's 200 people in here watching. What are y'all doing? What are you 197 people even doing, dude? Oh, alright, so Ford. What was the other one? GE. GE, another ancient asset. ancient stock showing
It used to be the largest company in the U.S.
crazy pattern at the end of a huge run to the downside. It is time. Oh my god, look at my computer, can't even load it. It's like, this pattern's too powerful. Oh. Why am I even here? Alright, look, dude. Do you see this? Now, it's nothing. This is nothing compared to Ford. Ford, you know, is on the monthly. This is the daily. This is awesome. This is like...
BTC to lull us to sleep and creep up into a new level while we lay in our drool of boredom. Happy June, sir. Glad you're still perceiving. I just tuned in. Tom.
Nefarious, dude. What's up, man?
Is that a joint?
Thank you for the Elon contribution. Bet Moon Boy would be dismayed. But yeah, Bitcoin to lull us to sleep. This is an ASMR. This is a Bitcoin analysis ASMR session because you can't have it any other way. Okay, man.
What's
Sorry.
ASMR stand for the boomers here?
I don't even know, dude. I have no idea. Hold on. I just know it's just unreal. Autonomous sensory meridian response.
Meridian?
Meridian Connect, yeah.
Do you have to be on the Meridian?
I don't know. It's a relaxing, often sedative sensation that begins on the scalp and moves down the body, also known as brain massage. It's triggered by placid sights and sounds such as whispers, accents, and crackles. Oh my god, man.
We're like doing technical analysis here.
Closing my eyes. Be right back.
We're looking at a harmonic pattern, bro. Look at this shark, dude. Holy crap. Look at the divergence. Look at the divergence. Oh yeah, put you to sleep. Sorry, I don't even know. Losing my mind here. Looking at... I don't know, I think it's really cool. You've got like... It feels like the ancient forest is under attack. All these old players that were once kings are now like, they're coming back to life. The grandpas. Like their patterns, dude.
GE, Ford.
We're gonna reverse to the upside.
Teaming up.
We will rise.
Smith and Wesson's now has a chart again.
Yeah,
They're
dude.
like, we're going public again. There's
we're
riots.
back, dude.
We're IPOing. Albertsons is IPOing pretty soon. Everyone's like, hell yeah.
But y'all
It's
gotta...
IPO boom time right now. Don't invest in IPOs just randomly.
But dude, the people got to understand in the chat that this hit like the 382 before it reversed. I mean, like that's the zone, and that's like how these are targeted. They play out over and over and over again. A bunch of different charts, a bunch of different exchanges, a bunch of different markets completely. They just do this, man. I mean, I'm gonna do this. This is gonna be weird, okay? But we're just gonna... You know what? I think I'm gonna go quad screen here and freak everyone out. So we're gonna carry on, but while I'm quad screening this, we can just keep going, dude. So has Elon made a new song lately, or named a new child a different name or something? Where is it? Where is this? There it is. Quad.
No, I need the website to be up so I can follow what he's doing, good and bad.
Dude,
it works according to a friend.
Wait, what's in the works? I'm losing my mind here.
We're gonna expose Elon.
Oh, dude, yes, it is in the works, man. Oh my god. I
almost joked around. I was gonna buy like everything possible close to what would be good.
I told him
oh,
it'd be a good idea to play the "Don't Mess with My Vibe" song. He has one song, like to put it on the website because it's so like creepy. He said he liked the idea, so I want to see if it gets implemented. That'd be hilarious. All right, so let's see. Let's just go to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's definitely going to be top left here in the past, anyway. I mean, people gonna know what's going on. Why is this Bitstamp? What?
It's China to me, China.
China.
What's the percentage of bullish Gartley playing out? Also, can you plaza look at G. Thanks.
I'm not sure.
0.016839348.
I'm not sure about the percentage chance of these things playing out, but like I would say it's like 70% or something when there's a bunch of variables in the right conditions. Like I bet you. See, the thing is, you can't just be like, "What is it?" Because these patterns, if they've been researched, have they been researched with other variables involved? That's the question. Because like, if you don't have that in your analysis when you're doing all this research, I think it's kind of null a little bit, right? Because what if like half the patterns in this whole group study they did for figuring out how percentage of how reliable it was, what if half of them showed divergence and the other half didn't? All of a sudden it's like there's this new thing where, hey man, maybe your study isn't as good. Because I don't care about one Gartley by itself, but I sure as heck do care about a Gartley with bullish divergence on a very significant time scale, because I think that's going to be really, really reliable. All right, here's Bitcoin, top left of your screen. This was back December 2018 to February 2019, man. After capitulation, this pattern developed. All right, let's go to... let's just go to regen. We're talking about that one in the pregame. My God, dude. Are you kidding me? Look how these patterns work over and over and over again if you're able to identify them. Let's keep GE. That's the same pattern here, a shark. Let's go to sugar. Are you freaking kidding me? Are we going to sugar? We freaking are. Oh my God. And look where it came from. Look, what do all these harmonics have in pattern? Or I'm sorry, how what did these harmonics have in pattern or in common? My God, I'm losing my mind here. I'm sorry. Look, I'm getting like excited
Long-term
here.
Trend reversal.
Yes, look, they're big moves, waves down before these patterns are created. And then look what happens afterwards, Larry. Some are far more dramatic of moves, but we're looking at 3 of the 4 that have gone to effing moon. Ursula! Well, it's gonna freeze
Does
up.
sugar look like it is spit in it?
Pattern in before asset goes to 0.
In before? Yeah, I guess so. Well, they're not always perfect, man, right?
No, true. I was checking out US Steel today. Had a really bad day. It was like down 15% this morning.
Dude, wait.
Had a hell of a run.
Which one was it?
X.
Oh yeah,
US
Steel. Yeah. I mean, fundamentals do take over. And the thing is about that one failed a while back. I think that was like, we were all looking at that one. It was setting up for reversal. It did reverse very well. Ran up to big time resistance. It had daily bearish divergence on it. And it was very real, and it was showing there was an edge on the market implying that a reversal of the downside was coming on X. And so when that had appeared and it presented itself a week later maybe, or less, news broke of their plants closing, of them laying people off, and that is when it reversed majorly downside. And it went to the abyss. It went much lower, so... You got to be able.
Cut their dividend from 5 cents to 4 cents.
Yeah,
That's a
dude.
big deal.
Yeah, all that. So, I mean, those are fundamental reasons why things reverse, and you have time to get out. I mean, on X you did. So yeah, I'd have to look at it again. There we go. Jeez, it takes so long to load. I always got to remember to warm it up before stream. But dang, chat, you seeing this? So GE. Ford, I think GE is definitely one of the best for now because, Ford is, these are all similar in times, like, all right, it's reasonable. May of 2018, to September of 2019, right? For this pattern of Regeneron. Okay, all right. Sugar, September 2018 to September 2019, 1 year. These are like 1 year large patterns. GE is December 2018 to May of 2020. So and then Bitcoin's though was it actually wasn't as big, right? It was December 2018 to February 2019. So this was the smallest pattern that we're seeing of these. But I like the fact that GE's pattern's pretty large. The shark, the Gartley, the shark, the Gartley. No, yeah, shark, Gartley, shark, Gartley. I like it, man. Let's make sure they're colored, color coded properly. Let's see. Let's just go like that. Yeah, whatever. We can make it that color. It's cool.
Can you
I need to
briefly
spin? What?
Can you briefly speak on like the percentage leeway you give before it doesn't fit your parameter?
Yeah, like I would say, if we're talking about like B is a big one. That's normally the one that's like, if it's 64%, I'll round down to 61.8. I'll say that's fine because, dude, I think like if we're talking about in the 60s, you got the golden pocket at 65%, right? And that's a big one. So I would say nothing above 65% for if you're talking about Gartleys or ciphers, valid ciphers, because they go all the way to 618 for B as well on the higher high. And I mean, you just gotta like. Normally, it's gotta be like closer to the. If it's like 55%, I might think about that as a bat, right? More so like with a lower high or something on C. So like maybe 4 to 5% leeway. Yeah, dude, you see them. They're not always perfect. You get unconventional ones too. Remember, freaking Engine? It went the 886, and then CGC also. Like CGC is such a large pattern, and it was a 786. It reversed there. Holy crap! Created the inverse head and shoulders, and then Corona killed it. But you can't tell me on CGC, just because it goes down to an 88% retrace, that there's not even a stronger argument for value in an industry that will be multi-billion dollars, right? Once it becomes federally legal, which it will. It is not a matter if, it is a matter of when. Whatever. So that very real. I mean, you just got critical thinking, right? So a harmonic fails, right? It goes down the next fib node. Okay, what happens at that next fib node? Normally it's the 886. Is there gonna be like significant timescale divergence, like an edge? You betcha, right? I mean, that's like a reason to maybe take a shot. You would like to go zoom in, scale in to see if you can get like maybe 4-hour entry or something like that. But does that make sense, at all? We use those harmonics to help us understand like, there's value and we're in that wave thing. It's like, just because it doesn't hit the PCZ doesn't mean the wave analysis is wrong, and then there's not going to be a new major wave after XABCD wherever D decides to finish, right?
Yeah, no, that absolutely makes sense.
Gotta love it, dude. You go on sugar, you go back in time. There was another freaking bullish Gartley that ushered in the next crazy run up. Not as big, not as large at all, but definitely there. All right, it was support resistance back from 2007, different times in 2007, and you sprung in October of 2008, and then you back tested the effing spring in December of 2008. Okay, couple month large pattern. And look what happened after this hit the 85% retrace kind of. It went a little bit lower, but it's you want to be using more than just the Gartley itself. You want to use critical thinking. Dang, dude, this is like bouncing off an old support like that. What? And so from there, after XABCD, look, we rallied and you sold off, but you made a higher low. So accumulation was happening. These patterns, look, man, what happens? Big sell-offs, the pattern is created. You rally, you sell off, you make another higher low, and then the uptrend starts. Look at that. Look at this. Off that small Gartley, that 2.5, 3 month large pattern. Look, and they created this. And you ran up, and then you finally topped out in February 2010. Then Michelle Obama's like, we're going to kill fat children or something, right? Or, you know, wait, did it go one more? Yeah, it went one more time. And then she declared war on sugar, right? So anyway, we're looking at the quad box. Maybe we'll get off that now. But thought this was a great time to do some really cool. What would you even call this, man? Someone tell me.
Rapid education.
Rapid education? We got police. We're getting pulled over, man. We've been getting pulled over for like 10 minutes now. Ursula. All right, we're good. Let's go. Yeah, back to normal. 9260 on Bitcoin. Get wrecked. Gonna see 9150 soon. Stuff not looking good on the 4 hour. That's why I say that. It's just looking like, yeah, 9150 seems very, very possible here. Don't you forget this ever, chat. We're gonna make a freaking statue of this Gartley on Bitcoin. It's not even a joke, dude. I'm not smiling.
I was about to make a statue tearing down joke, but I'm gonna stop.
Oh yeah, too soon, or people too sensitive, or dude, it's crazy, man. Like I don't even this is why I love the charts, man. Really, like
it is a great escape. I'm not gonna lie, I love this channel for that reason.
Yeah, it's like everywhere. Literally everywhere you go. You try to log into a huge company's website, it's in your face. I mean, all of everything is everywhere. There's like an agenda any place like that I go. I mean, you see it's on YouTube, right? You can't escape it. But these charts, that's how I found a way to escape it. I don't have to worry about any of that stuff. Like all this, just a lot of bad stuff going on right now. And this soon shall pass, but we are going through kind of the thick of it. And fortunately, we can all do it kind of together the same way when we look at these charts. So 92.55 near the session lows of the day.
Yeah, Bitcoin doesn't give a crap. It'll take your money no matter what. Like, you'll lose money if you're any color, any race, doesn't.
Yeah, but it's not just Bitcoin, man. It's all charts. It started long before 2008. This magical world that we're in. Yeah, Jimmy Ragsdale in the house. What's up, Ed?
China.
What's the percentage of bullish Gartley playing out? Also, can you plaza look at G dot thing?
Oh, G dot.
0.013213248.
Imagine missing this stream and all this education.
Oh! Ursula tipped $59.
Good God.
Triggering the guy in chat. License and registration. Chicken clucker.
Some guy in chat was like, I'm getting triggered with headlights.
Oh, is he? Well, he can take it up with the chief of police.
Shoulders still on the 4 hour ZOCUSD Coinbase.
What's up, Mr. Loaded? Thank you for the 10 again. Super chat. How about that?
Highway patrol.
Did Ursula ever get on the roads?
I'm highway. You're local.
Did they implement like new? Did they bring in like? Did you ever see the next one or whatever?
Yeah.
Was it worth watching?
No.
Okay. Okay. Just making sure. I'm making sure I made the right choice. In the end, because I was like, I knew it. It was like
I won't watch it. It's that bad.
Wow, dude, look how freaking crazy this chart is. What the heck? How did this thing go? What the? So you know, you're at over. You 100% retrace. You're trying to break. You're at $40.08. It seems like today we've broken out, man. Yeah, daily candle close confirmation breakout on G dot. Bruh. Let me spin and we'll keep this going. Okay, good things could be coming for G dot, says Mr. Cheezel. Okay, Chuggy Chug Face, if you're out there, get destroyed. Easy. That was on. And you got me. Yeah, okay. Figured it was going to happen. 92.35, lows of the day. Let me get this beer. Blah. Alright.
That was pretty close.
Quick, someone tell a joke.
Utah. Go for it.
Bruh.
Where do you get? Oh. I thought it was on the patternsite.com, but Bukowski doesn't use harmonics.
I've really been trying to learn the volume profiles for a lot of the Bukowski patterns.
Volume profiles for the Bukowski, which ones were you?
Like when you get certain patterns, it says what the volume is supposed to look like.
I've seen that on English Head and Shoulders. I've seen that on semi-triangles to semi-triangles. I don't know if there's falling wedges volume.
Yep, exactly.
Far over the misty mountains grim to dungeons deep in caverns dim we must away, ere break of day, to win our harps and gold from him, clinking beer mugs.
Is that a joint?
Clinking beer mugs, clinking beer mugs.
I can rewind one.
Oh my god, I am muted. Oh god.
Did you get hit again?
No. I just have so I mute my mic
Oh.
differently.
I'm seeing all YouTube chat right now.
Yeah, they're losing it, and I'm like, no, you're crazy, because y'all can hear me, but they couldn't.
Yeah.
I double muted myself. That's literally what happened. So what is this Gartley talk?
You can't double mute or triple mute.
Yeah, dude. We're already muted. We can't mute over anymore. I don't get it, dude. What is this? Gartley. Do you see a Gartley? I don't see a Gartley here. Maybe I do. Or not. I'm trying to...
Is there something further left?
Percentage of bullish Gartley. Oh, he's not... He's in the contribution, he said Gartley, and then also, can you check out G-Dot? G-Dot, at, breaking out today. If you run here, I mean, there's a gap fill, if you can even believe it, all the way back from August 2017.
I hadn't been able to catch a stream on my PC in almost a month. Bro, you've lost a good amount of weight. Looking good, man. Keto for the win. Good job. Never thought you had a weight issue, but dude, you've lost a very noticeable amount.
No, I've never had a weight issue, but I did want to give this whole thing a shot. I mean, like, I want to be like very low percentage body fat. I want it was pure aesthetic. It was just like why not? And like fasting in itself, I mean, the anti-aging properties involved with fasting are incredible. Like, I want to super age. We're all deteriorating. Even when you're young, you start you're dying. I mean, kind of, in a way. You're like, slowly your body is getting older is what I mean. And the more you fast, the more you exercise, take care of yourself, the more prolonged that aging occurs. So I'm just at a point where, all right, man, my next 30 years, right? Tim McGraw Connect. Anyway, sorry, whatever. Yeah, I went from 197 in February to 170 as of today.
On Gartley's, 44% of them fail of what Bukowski ran through his system.
Yeah, but again, it's like this. There's just no.
The ones that hit, 94% of the patterns that he looked at continued up to B, 54% hit C, and 46% reached A. So me and Stubbs go for the C and A.
Because of that research, maybe?
46 to 54%.
Yeah, when they do play out, they often they swing for they do moon. Oh, I mean, like, yeah, but 46%, right? Meaning, like, okay, what was the research done on those that hit the 618 or just the 50%? Because it would probably be more. There you go, exactly. That there should be research on that too, because that is tons of people take. That's a normal thing to take profit at moderate retraces on harmonics. I don't know. I gotta check this beer, man. Blah. I bet y'all. No one can even hear the music. Why is it so quiet? Because it's good music. It's my playlist. I think it's just too loud for me. Man, that effing carbonation just burns, man. Ugh. No, we're good. Yeah, I'm not muted anymore. So, big if, man. Since you broke 40, I mean, 42.25's a gap. And how is it that it's a gap back from August 2017? Well, the fact is you gapped down below it before ever filling it. So now you got unfinished business. You're about to fill it. Next target after that, I think, would be 47.01. So I'm saying, like, I think there's research that's been done on Gartleys and harmonics where the research was done where it was like hitting like between 382s and 618s, and it's like much higher percentage success rate. Of course, right? Because there's different, like, you know, the sample's different. Hello?
I agree. I've seen it in different places as well. I couldn't find it. I'm just on Volkowski's website. He does list them, but
yeah. But the thing is, man, again, it's just like,
he doesn't go into much.
You got to. I mean, like, I just think that the way our philosophy is here, man. How can you do research on just pure harmonics by themselves? Because you've got to know that if there's no exhaustion at PCZs of these patterns, how in the world can they be that reliable? They could fail, you know, like,
yeah.
And they could.
That's what he's taking. He's testing. He's testing.
What about the fact that
every single one?
What about a harmonic that goes to the 786, runs up and fails, and goes to the 886, and then reverses majorly upside, where it becomes like it was a pattern that failed, went down one more fib node, and then reversed. Right, and the unconventional harmonics. I mean, like, did he do research on that?
If he had a reason to take entry at the 786, and I mean, it's a deep stop loss, but
yeah, if you take it, if you do Casey Stubbs, man, you're riding life. You're ready to take some losses for a chance for this thing to play out. You know, stop below X, right? We'll see here, man. We'll look at this daily, man. EOS needs a clean up. All right, hey, new 4-hour candle, Jesus chimes. Sorry. I don't know, man. How about we look at it like this, dudes? Where it's kind of like a range between 234 and 281. You up thrusted through it, said hello to the 200-day moving average, and then you broke back down into it. Then you back tested as resistance, then you sold off, and you hit the bottom of it. Then you once you hit the bottom, you ride the upside, you made a higher low, you ran up, then you hit it again. And really couldn't break out of it, made a lower high. Then you dumped. And now, it seems like you might be on the way back down to test 233. And at 233, that means Bitcoin most likely is down 9,050 or lower on EOS. Thank you very much.
Bruh.
That's one beer, dude. That's one beer, dude. Ugh. Complete muscle relaxation. Ugh.
Bruh.
Did anyone get that? Was that good, bad, ugly? Beautiful. Oh, we got a few more people in here. What you do that, man?
Nothing. I'm looking at G-Dot.
G-Dot connect, yeah, they're breaking out today. Let's see if the money printer goes burr. We could moon. We definitely see a couple more dollars. That gap fill from 2017.
What is this? This thing just happens and just stays range bound. Then dump, range bound.
How about this, man? How about this, dude? What would happen? What if I told you that EOS could be ready to sell off hardcore, but maybe, just maybe, we could see an 88% retrace, and we could see the bat. How worst case scenario of all time for EOS? This could be, dude. What if, man? That will be, it might not happen ever. Okay, Bitcoin somehow finds itself and rallies, EOS will too. But dude, right? We talked about you just move down. We're maybe C to D is in its wake or in its development. I don't know, whatever. Wheeler, anyone got anything to say about this, dude? Excuse me.
We got an Amish guy in here trading BTC.
Yeah, Amish guy.
What is families of people?
Amish, how many buildings did you build today? I'm just kidding, man.
Willoughby Barn.
Oh, what's the movie with the bowler? Why am I forgetting? Kingpin.
Yeah, Kingpin, dude.
He's like, I milked the goat. It took a little while. He's like, we don't have a goat. We have a bull.
Good lord, that's.
Or no, a cow.
Oh my God! Look what happens in this area, man. No way this is real life at all on EOS. At that 886, it is the low from December of 2018. What if we sprung here and we backtest the spring? And the crowd goes wild. Yeah, whatever, it doesn't matter.
China to me, China.
Okay, Elliott wave analysis on BTC. Smile.
I don't.
0.0132132488.
Is way here pretty soon.
I'm about to knuckle puck that way. Yeah, I don't do Elliott wave, dude. Joking, man. I do harmonics. Harmonics and Elliott waves are very similar in their own ways, but I just never got into it. It's just not my thing. So there are other people that would be glad to do it. It's just not part of my process at all. So, it's like, it's like karate, man. Someone be like, hey, could you show me that thing for, what are all the different, there's taekwondo and there's jujitsu, like, hey, I'm jujitsu. I never really went into that path, that specialization of TA, because I found my way with a different style. Anyway. I don't know, man. We've been live about it.
I've never seen I've seen one person on YouTube actively trading Elliott Wave. A lot of people look at it as
it's a forecasting tool.
Something to look from the back and see where we possibly go. Like if you hold on the D correction, if you hold the top of or on the fourth correction, if you hold the first run up, and you have a fifth wave coming, you can generally
Dude, look what just
estimate its size.
look at the most recent comment, or it was one of them. And you just read it and you laugh. You probably be like, "I know that." I mean, I know what you meant. How come you're not on Matt Beasley's channel anymore? Well, I don't know. I'm glad it changed though. That was a long time ago it was August of 2018 that I switched channels.
If you hodl for life, I'm trying to think about that.
You killed it. I mean, so far. But it depends where you bought. Well, if you think
just hodl all the time until you die.
If you think about it, like I think 95% of the time in Bitcoin's existence, if you bought, you're in the profit. There was like 5% of the time now where if you bought, you would be in the red, which is pretty crazy, right? You'd have to be pretty bad. I mean, like for taking longs and holding and losing.
Yeah, it gets back to that reward to risk. It's a good asset for the reward to risk. I have a tough time saying that. It's like a tongue twister.
Yeah, and it's like if you think about if Bitcoin could go to 100,000 based on stock to flow theory and all that, it could go to zero. Well, what do you think what's the risk? You're still at a pretty low risk, high reward opportunity area. 9,000, 8,000, 7,000, 2,000, 1,000, and they say it goes down to lower levels and then reverses the upside again, and then eventually goes to 100K. I mean, still, still low risk, high reward.
Hey Mitch, have you looked at Kellogg? It's just K as a ticker.
Yeah, I looked at Kellogg before. Not sure if it's recent though.
It's in a pretty big descending, broadening pattern.
Oh my god, K, dude. K! Let's go! The 786. I had this plotted forever. It never came. Are you kidding me, dude? Bearish cipher pattern-ish in this downtrend, but now it's like breaking it. The supply line. I mean, it had that false breakout before. Good God.
Look at that eye on top. Ooh.
What, this? What are you talking about?
Back in 2016, 2017.
Is that an Allen top? Is that what that's called? Yeah, look at this Momo shift type price action for sure. Yeah, I mean, you probably, you go to I would think that probably being conservative, you just created trend line right here.
They sold off Nabisco. I forget what it was. They sold off a bunch of their stuff. I lessened my holding in it, but yeah, they sold a bunch of stuff to Mondelez.
Talking about pseudo complex inverse head and shoulders type stuff, maybe, where you've got multiple shoulders. That's all it takes. So look, man, you've got complexity of a structure. You got a neckline here, and if you break it, you could freaking moon. I mean, I guess. Now, of course, you just plot the overhead resistance because that would be something that is very critical that you have to break. But if you break that, man, hey, 74.90 after that, and then my God, you got some miniature peaks, but I think we would Fibonacci for targets above that, right? Look at that, man. Yeah, not high to low of this structure. The 1272 is not too far off that overhead resistance. So target 1, and then you could say target 2 could be the 1414, and 3 would be the 1618. I mean, this thing was to go. This is nice. Look, above the 200-day moving average. Am I crazy here? Is this okay, man? Let me do like 100% measure move here. Yeah, from the bottom to up. Sorry, man. I'm being really goofy. You see the 100% match moves up at $86. Kellogg, man, really? Cereal? No way. It's
Staples safe.
yeah, man.
Not so much anymore.
I'll let you go, dude. Are we cool on Kellogg?
Yeah, what's an Allen top?
Yeah, probes. Tell us about your own top. Oh, Island top. I think you said Allen top.
Yeah.
Why? What is that?
A single candle island top reversal is basically a huge gap up and then a gap down. But an island top candlestick pattern is. So we just had it in Spy, I think, or one of the majors. You kind of go sideways and then you gap back down through where you gapped up.
Yeah, so it's just like an abandoned baby, but there's a gap. Is that what
Yeah, abandoned babies are the bottom sides of island tops.
Oh, I thought the Island top reversal was like a bunch of different candles, and then rounding action a lot of times.
Single as well. Single candlestick pattern.
I typed it into Google and it's just like a bunch of groups of candles. It's like 3 or 4.
Sorry, I'm just posting this stuff. It's pretty lit, man, on Kellogg. I mean, you gotta say. I mean, dude, if the real Ponzi Fed stuff's gonna
Throw
keep
Kellogg
going,
into the Ford.
Yeah.
Listed forever basket.
Been in a downtrend, dude, since 2016. I mean,
I'm just
like,
gonna look up
hey,
the S&P 100 from 1988.
I'll tell you this, dude. How about this? Kellogg, May of 2019, it's a low of 51.26, and then you make a higher low in March of 2020. You all of a sudden somehow have accumulation going on. And it's not just accumulation here. All of a sudden, you continue to show accumulation May of 2020 and now June of 2020. And here we go, man. Neckline is upon us. The promised land. Could be what is Kellogg? I mean, they do like Frosted Flakes and stuff, right? Could be rolling it Scrooge McDuck style. All those oats, man.
They own Pringles. They own Eggos.
Pringles, come on, dude.
I don't think they own Frosted Flakes anymore. I think they sold it to Mondelez.
Get destroyed. Times are tough, man. Oh, hey, there's like a $3 minimum on TTS, so you're not meeting the criteria, I guess, for it, Joe. But thank you for the 248 and the 283. Oh, and also it's a $10 minimum for a chug, right? So it's like if I'm gonna kind of do myself bodily harm, it's like $10 minimum for that, right? For the spin. So, you know. Thank you, dude.
They do Kellogg's Corn Flakes, Frosted Flakes, Pringles, Eggo, and Cheez-Its.
Eggo, man. Let go my Eggo. Let go my complex inverse potential head and shoulders pattern that is slanted. And
hey, Mitch, before you learn this, they are a Michigan company, and I know that triggers you, so just watch out.
What is it?
Kellogg is a Michigan company, so watch out.
Oh, dude, I'm not triggered about Michigan at all, man. You remember the bowl game this year? I'm good, dude. Thank you for.
Oh, I remember the one from 2001.
Ooh,
yes!
I was hoping you went there.
Sorry, dude. There have been multiple games since then.
Flugner.
It required. Imagine this. It took Michigan having one of the best quarterbacks to ever walk the earth to beat Alabama in overtime because the kicker sucked. I tell you, okay, man. All right. I'm just saying. It took a product.
Sorry, dude. I had to tee it up for you, man.
It's okay, dude. I'm over it. Especially how much money I won. Dude, the line on Alabama versus Michigan was the most, I think, broken line. It was like the lock of the year. So
I think that stream was kind of heated. I was tipping you, and I was hyping up Jim Harbaugh the whole stream, and you were just throwing shade, dude. I was actually kind of.
Well, dude, I think that Michigan will be better suited with another coach. What's he done? And is it 6 years now?
Yeah, Yeah, he doesn't. Work
He hasn't done anything. He hasn't even beaten his rival one time. I'm talking about the rival, the Ohio State.
Yeah, even without Jim Tressel, I mean, you gotta give him credit. It's about time that happens.
It's not gonna happen with Jim Harbaugh, man. It's just not. I mean, what's gonna change? What has he done? The impact should have been done. It should have been created. It hasn't, man. At all. So I'm just saying, man. That's like where I was coming from in that. Well, I think I remember all that, and we were talking about those. And it was me not throwing shade, more so than it was like I think the Michigan faithful would benefit from having new blood. But it's like, who is the new blood? I also understand the fact that like there's supply and demand, right? There may not be inventory for a formidable coach to replace Harbaugh. Harbaugh. So, what's up, J Togs, man? Thanks for the 10. Can we look at Platinum? Yeah, Platinum Connect on the weekly.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I was salty probably.
What if just
from
Urban Meyer just gets drunk one day with some Michigan buddy, and he's just like, yeah, everywhere I go, I turn it around. We win national championships, no big deal. Spend time with my family. They're like, bet you can't do it at Michigan. And he goes, that would be...
Wait, who is this? What?
Incredible. Urban Meyer is probably the best college football coach. I don't know. I know you're going to argue Saban. But...
Dude, Saban's definitely better than Urban Meyer. You got to be kidding me, dude. It's the record. It is. Dude, there is no way to argue. Nick Saban is the best head football coach ever. Like, for sure.
Look at Urban Meyer's record of coming into Utah, what he did, then going into Florida, what he did, then having heart issues and retiring, and then going into Ohio State and what he did.
Okay,
that's cool.
Did it at LSU, went to Miami,
and then went to Alabama and did it in the same freaking decade. That's pretty extremely good with a new program.
Took some time, but
look at that on Platinum. Look how you had it, and then you had a false breakout. Oh god, 3 rising valleys even, and then Corona destroyed everything everywhere, man. This almost hit. This was not far off its measurement. I remember Platinum, and so crashed and is back in the channel, and now it's testing the old supply line as a supply line again. And so, sure, you break this, good news, but high to low, maybe 50% retrace, nothing special. What do you want me to look at on the weekly besides that? I don't really see. Look, ice line that you're above, very real, back from December 2008. Jesus. Oh, God. I've been owning Platinum, man, for all this time. This doesn't have dividends, I don't think. Probes, right? Platinum doesn't pay dividends? Yeah, okay.
No.
Yeah. Okay, just making sure, man.
maybe Platinum some minor stock.
Oh, God, yeah. 618. It hit the golden retrace in reverse, but not bad. It's... Ugh. I don't know, man, right? If you break the resistance, we're talking 200 week moving average is 898, and then the 786 is 935. So, boom. I don't see a structure really on the weekly. I don't see a pattern, anything, right? So, all right, listen, we're gonna go to the daily because there might be something going on, right? I don't know. Oh, is that a flag? It looks like a really stupid flag if it was. I don't know about that, man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see. Maybe it's continuation, consolidation, but this could easily come all the way back down to 783 to back test 2008 levels right back here. So we did spring. Dang, we back tested that spring like crazy for one more time. I don't know, dude. No edge. Sorry, I don't see anything. TA is meant to give us an edge, and sometimes do trend analysis, right? Tom Osborne 3 titles.
You can't bring Tom Osborne into it. Question.
That dynasty.
Shot.
Yeah, maybe it was arguable until the second Alabama dynasty.
Bear Bryant's, yeah, that's the one.
Dude, Bear Bryant, Alabama's dynasties are like definitely the best 2 dynasties in college football for sure. Like, it's the amount of titles. Like, you can say, oh, we have all these Heisman winners. It's like, okay, that's not an argument, man. National titles are everything. I mean, I know Michigan has the most wins in NCAA, like out of any other program. Huh? Yeah, Michigan has the most wins.
Football?
In college football, yeah, since inception.
Program in college football history.
Oh, is that what it is? I thought they had the most wins.
They're the winningest? Is that the same thing?
I think so. Let me see here. Number 1, Michigan, most wins. Yeah. Yeah, 962. Then you got Ohio State, 924. Alabama, 916, tied with Texas. Whoa, dude. I remember talking to all these Texas fans about that, and now it's tied. Wow. That's so cool. I can't wait till next year because we're going to surpass Texas. Finally, it won't be a tie. But we were losing to them before last year. Well, that's pretty cool. So we're behind. But, football started in the Northeast, Ivy League schools and all that. So, I mean, that's good.
Talking about the Longhorns. There's 2 little ladies in this family that might jump down your throat.
Oh, yeah? Would they?
Continue on.
Well, I mean, look. Texas has not been the same since that title game in Pasadena. Things changed. That was the shift
I'm on the sideline as I was off to the side, opposite where the camera is, of Vince Young running in.
Oh, that was 05 though, not 2010, 2009.
Yeah.
So you were at that? Wow, that was definitely one of the
sidelines. Right. So that's where he ran in that end zone is the home tunnel for UCLA. So I was right off to that side, and the camera's sitting on that sideline, facing that famous shot. That was awesome. Oh, it was so good.
See, it's hard for me to. I was in that stadium, but like, for that Alabama Texas game, but like, I don't know what side it was for the. Was it like where? Was it the press box side, right?
Where's the press boxes at?
Okay, so, all right, yeah. So if you're on the press box side, sitting 50-yard line, did he score on the right or the left?
He scored on the side closest to you.
Okay, on the right.
Side.
Yeah. Okay. So that from when I went to the Bama Texas game, I was on the other side, like in the end zone, kind of.
You're in the family's end zone. Yeah. The other side.
But it was like side. Yeah.
Well, they put all the family on opposite of the press box side because that's where the sun would just.
Yep, goes down right there at prospect. Yep, right there on the right.
Yeah, but
like if you're in the 50-yard line on the press box on the right, back right, I guess your right shoulder.
2000 against Bama and Michigan at home. Bama game was like 97, like 104 on the field.
Yeah, it was like the second game of the year, right?
110. First
Maybe
game
third
of the year.
Yeah, first.
First game was Bama. Third game was Michigan. Even both.
Those were the glory days for UCLA. Y'all didn't have many cents, right?
We're a basketball school.
Yeah.
Look at our basketball performance. We're all right.
Yeah.
Look at our overall NCAA championship performance. Winners.
Yep. So that's one thing I can not say about Bama.
California people. Just California folks. We don't.
So many people.
We have so much other stuff to do. We act and play foosball at the same time.
Yep. Also, you pay a lot of taxes.
First time ever this year. Yeah. I've tricked the government for my whole life. They got me.
Oh, yeah, because it's like legally Texas or something still? Or you were?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Oh, it's 12.5% state income tax.
Why did you change if you couldn't you just keep it going like like that or something.
You gotta spend more than 6 months there.
Oh wow! So you kept
easily trackable now. So the little man is the reason we stayed here.
Ah, that makes sense. Okay.
So, little F owes me a lot of money.
Ah. Hey, what? It'll start at the age of 9, cutting the yard, the grass, something.
Yeah, with when I'm massaging his calves with dehydrated milk.
Of course, and he will definitely have the nickname Spike. Yeah.
He's throwing footballs left.
Goodness, there he is. Sorry, TTS. Oh my god!
Hype in the chat, Mitch Raycoin.
Wow, was that Honey Badger?
Hope all is well.
Let's go. What's up, Lord Ray?
What's up, dude?
OTC markets.
Sorry, it's the TTS is going.
Appreciate you.
Yo, how much do you hate my S coin?
I love them.
Yeah, they're S coins. Well, Aquinas Theory, man. Thank you so much for the 50. It's been a minute. Yes, it has. Should we look at IDEX? Ideanomics. Wow, that sounds like an S coin. Speaking of OTC markets, yeah, there you go. There you have it. Thank you, man, for the 50. Holy crap. Really appreciate it. So it was just bad timing of Honey Badger coming in, I guess, while that tip was going off at the same time, while Probes was talking. Pandemonium. Yeah, well, I mean, look, it's gone. It was looking great, you know, a little bit of accumulation, a higher low, and then kind of convergence with it. And then it's literally gone. Not much TA we can do now at this point since it's already taken off.
Where was this a while ago?
Well, he said it's been a minute, so 100% measure move I certainly hit. I think you hit 100% measure move and then pulled back, right? I don't think you're at the 100% measure move right now anymore. Like you're below it now. Look at this. Yep. Perfecto, right? I mean, this is a hindsight TA, but there's not much I can do when it's like when it's requested, right? So 244 was the target, I guess, of this structure, and it was there, man. And now you're at 206. Hype in the chat for Ideanomics on the OTC market. Let's go. Let's go. So I don't know, man. Bitcoin pairs are Bitcoin pairs, you know. They're they are what they are. I mean, you know, like you can find setups on them. It's a lot of work. Like I scan charts and I spend a lot of time on stocks and US dollar pairs for crypto to keep up. And so I don't know, this adding BTC pairs to all these trash can coins. This is like, yeah, I could, but I like, you know, if I got to pick between, you know, no intrinsically valued, you know, digital currencies that there are 2,000 of plus, and most of them are useless. And you're talking to the BTC pair, not even the US dollar pair, where it's extremely inefficient to trade because you got to 4 transactions before you're 100% settled up from the beginning of the trade to the end. Because if you take it to the US dollar or whatever, you know, and I like having if I can pick, I'd like to have fundamentals to fall back on, like, oh, Activision Blizzard's a video game company, and they make hundreds of millions of dollars, and they provide a service and good for demographics all around the world, you know, and they're going to keep growing because there are more and more kids. 50% of their revenue is, you know, overseas in Asia. That's where all the growth is, and everywhere's growing though. So
was canceled for fall.
Yeah, that's awesome. You got the new systems coming out, right? The next gen consoles, and they're pretty freaking good. So I would rather spend my time monitoring those charts, trading those, than I would those scrub trash BTC pairs. And it's okay. Like, again, it's not like they won't work out sometimes if you apply technical analysis. It's just preference and time, right? I don't have all the time in the world because I also have to, there's a lot of other things I do, you know, with my life. And streaming is, you know, it may look easy, but I spend an absorbent amount of time tailoring the stream, improving it. There's a lot of things it takes every day to prepare for the stream and all that stuff, and you know, whatever. So that is what I have to say to you, Honey Badger.
I think it depends on what you're into also. Like if you're into accumulating Bitcoin, trading Bitcoin pairs might work out.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, if you're okay with getting stopped out, if Bitcoin dumps, you get stopped out into Bitcoin dumping too. But at the same time, you could get stopped out into Bitcoin pumping. Right, but then like Bitcoin pumps, and then you wake up and Bitcoin's already pumped, and it's sold off to the downside. You know, it's tricky because it's like, how do you even? Okay, we think like, hey, a stock. All right, if the macro continues, we're good. This is probably gonna be able to play out. But with Bitcoin pairs, it's like there's this other variable where it's like, I don't know. Sometimes Bitcoin pairs dump when Bitcoin pumps. Sometimes those pairs dump when Bitcoin dumps. I just don't like that, and it happens often, all the time on BTC pairs. But dude, I mean, there was a time when the US dollar pairs weren't doing crap, and we're talking it was right before Bitcoin took off in early 2019. You had about a 2-month period of I would definitely call it like altcoin to BTC pair, like spring. It was the altcoin spring. That's what we called it. And some patterns went exceptionally high, 3 times, 4 times their measured move of their structures, their patterns. Then you had others that simply performed well, hit their targets perfectly. And then you had some that were in development that were working on those targets, just like the ones that preceded these third level of altcoins that were on their way. And then when Bitcoin went insane, berserk, April 1st to the upside, it was a big cataclysm for the BTC pairs. You can see the scar across, swathed across all altcoins to the BTC, where there's just like this huge red, like, streak down. You name the altcoin, IOST, ADA, AMB, TNT, whatever, dude, Neo, they all got wrecked. So that stuff, and I guess, right, if like you get stopped out into Bitcoin in those situations, my God, you're golden, right? You could be.
I feel like that was a very fair analysis. Although I feel like I'm inverse economy right now. So do you not feel like inverse economy would be Bitcoin or gold or any of those assets?
Oh God, man, golds. I mean, we did a trade setup on it, and it's live. It's a live trade setup, so that should tell you how I feel about golds. Bitcoin, I own far too much that I ever dreamed of owning, and I always feel a little nervous about it. But I'm not ever gonna touch it because they all like stemmed kind of from crypto tips that have accumulated over like a year and a half or almost 2 years now. So, hey man, for me,
you can buy you some insurance. It's pretty cheap.
Insurance for Bitcoin, man.
Yep.
But my positions kind of are telling the story of, oh man, I am definitely very wary of the stock market right now. But and I hate how it works, how it's going, because it's like, the Fed is continuing to devalue the world reserve currency to unprecedented levels, and it's pigeon-footing people into investing into the equities market because, my God, you're like, the rapidity of the devaluation of the US dollar right now is kind of forcing you, and like interest rates are at 0, so you're getting no yield on any... Yeah, you're getting no yield on any money market accounts anymore. They're all dead, pretty much. So it's like, there you go. Like, all right, I can't even get 3%. I can't even get 2%, 1% back anymore on my cash. So people are like, I'm trying to find yields, and equities are, look what they're doing. And so people are getting sucked into the market, thinking it's okay. And we haven't even made all-time highs yet on the index funds. Well, NASDAQ, right, but not the S&P and Dow Jones. Once that happens, I'll feel a little bit better, right? That's how it is with Bitcoin. Like, we truly don't know if Bitcoin is actually in its most major uptrend anymore, and really, like, majorly until we break nearly $20,000, right? Like the all-time high. We've been in price contraction mode for 2.5 years now, And yeah, that's it. Like, we're consolidating still all this time later. So at some point that's going to give, and you think fundamentally, I think Bitcoin's still to this day at all-time highs, though it only is at 9,300.
Fundamentally highs, and we're going to short boomers, long the coin.
Well, the thing is, right? We just, like earlier in the stream, we were talking about the boomer stocks that are showing these. I mean, we got these ancient stocks that are showing extremely large bullish reversal harmonic patterns because these stocks have been in downtrends for a multitude of years. Some of, I mean, what is it? Ford been showing nothing but lower highs since 2008 or something stupid.
Yeah, I'm back. I think I'm break even on my buying. Oh wait.
But do you not feel like that we're in 07 right now versus like for the housing market? Like, do you not feel like 2020 has been the 07 of the housing market before?
Well, I think someone did get regulation sneaked into a bill that's letting banks do the same stuff that they were doing before, like back then.
Their cash liquidity is far less.
Is that what it is? Thank you, Ed Cross, for the 5, man. Much love. He's fed up with the Fed. We got all the ammunition and we're gonna use it, man. Okay.
You're having.
You feel like, and I mean,
real estate market's booming. I think commercial real estate's gonna take a big.
Of course, yeah, man, dude. This is a restructuring of like our economy. We're going through like maybe somewhat of an ice age, certain sectors, and during ice ages, you know, humans had to restructure everything. Man, I watched someone posted that freaking amazing documentary on the cataclysm about 12,000 years ago. Oh my god, it's so wonderful. Jeez, y'all need to watch it. So entertaining, but it's like so much evidence of all. Like, dude, we used to be kings, dude. We had civilizations around the world that were so freaking advanced, and then like dude, the theory that we have a quasar instead of a black hole in the middle of our galaxy, and that the 12,000 years ago, the solar flares or whatever came from this quasar, the energy was released, and it like hit our planet and knocked it on its axis, off its axis, created the asteroid belt, destroyed all these amazing civilizations far advanced from what we saw, like, you know, what do you call it, 17th, 18th century, which was a dynastic age. And you got
yeah, it was like the ushering in of the Holocene. I was hoping that you were going to start talking about asteroids and like the asteroid impact theory. I've been following Randall Carlson recently, and he talks about like a comet impact or asteroid impact that
dude, it seems
ended the last ice age.
It's really, really fascinating. You know, it's around the world, right? The evidence is around the world. Like talking about what was it? Peru, Machu Picchu, and Bolivia, and then Egypt and stuff. And
license and registration.
Oh, good, Ursula.
Common Ursula tipped $59.
I know, nerdism, dude.
Under arrest for felony nerdism.
It's far greater.
Burger Bird, come in here. We got a 347 on the 1015 connect. I think it's like
1015 is
yeah.
1015 is under arrest.
Oh god, we got a 1015. Yeah, you need backup, man. Need another officer on the scene. Things.
Is you have one in custody, headed back to the station.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. How many codes are there?
Can you check out IVR?
Each department is different. You have 10 codes, 11 codes, and then you have code. I don't know. Some places use code 1, code 2. We never did, but code 3, code 4, code 5, 6, 7. No 8.
No, I mean like there are all these like different codes, like a 1017, a 543, or 327.
Yes. Or you have penal codes and you have radio codes.
Yeah, radio codes is what I was talking about. I think
so. Yeah, 10-1 is you're coming in broken up. 10-2 is you're coming in clear. I don't know what 10-3 is, but some people use it. 10-4 is copy. 10.5 is on a stakeout, I believe. Or that's either.
Did you say
Code 5
steak?
or Code 6.
Sorry.
10.7 is end of shift. 10.8 is back in duty. 10.9 is repeat. Keeps going.
248 lowest risk value for this trash mortgage capital. I mean, we're just looking at the TA. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. That maybe down here. Maybe if you're lucky. And well, I guess we'll even do this, dude. We'll even say this little guy right here, 182. Maybe there might be value here, but not up here. You're at the top of the look, and you up thrusted, you failed, you broke back into the range, you rallied, you back tested the old resistance as resistance again, confirming potentially that this is real as F, and it's time to maybe go down to supports of this range. How about that, man? There you go, Ed. Sorry.
Yo, Mitch, real quick. Could you look at, or could you post the documentary you were talking about?
Oh yeah.
Chatter in general.
Yes, I'll post it in the Patreon general and live chat. Let me find it in my history. Like anyway, history.
Yeah. That's something that really has interested me is how. Because we just don't know what happened before like 12,000 years ago.
Yeah,
that's kind of where history, like human history, just stopped.
But before that, though, you know, those stones, man, like, I mean, 21st century precision type chiselry, and how like
it's how really interesting. It's a pretty deep topic. There's a lot there for sure.
I mean, dude, you want to see this because, like, I'm just like, I was jaw dropped. And when it ended, I'm like, dang, that's it, man. I could have just kept watching that. Let's see. I'm looking now.
Yeah, the guy that I follow, his name's Randall Carlson, and he's been on Joe Rogan's podcast, I think 3 or 4 times. And he's just recently started his own podcast. He's basically like a documentarian or like a chronologist. He goes through. He's got a degree in geology, so he's studied what the evidence is.
Posted it. Someone posted it last night.
His main argument is that a comet struck the glaciers and ended the last ice age and caused like the mass extinction of all the megafauna, like the mastodons and the woolly mammoths and the saber-toothed tigers and all that.
And, yeah, and so like there are other people that have theories of the quasar theory, right? That it was like every 12,000 or every 13,000 years, the quasar releases its energy waves, and those waves hit the Earth, and vaporized. It was so hot, like suddenly, right? The sea level rapidly raised. And also, like, the strike was so powerful, it knocked the Earth off its axis, to 45 degrees. And in that moment, like within, you think in a year or two, all the animals that were in the tropic zone were put into the moderate zone or whatever, temperate zone, and the temperate zone goes to Arctic. And so you think about the disruption of ecosystems everywhere in the world. And then, all the documentation of the floods, right? Even in the Bible, like Noah's Ark. And so, like, the huge flood, and that happened from all, the ice caps vaporizing. So, yeah, man, it's fascinating. It's like, think about Gimtwear. Think about, like, if that didn't happen, whatever this cataclysmic event was, whatever the causation, how much further along and further advanced we'd be as a society. But at the same time, you ask the question, like, would we have democracy and freedom if things continued on the way they did, right? Because it took an entire renewal of humanity in order for different things, different governance to exist, maybe, right? It's just whatever.
There's this interesting layer in like the geological record. It's this black mat layer that goes back to 12,000 years ago. It's just this like layer of ash And in that ash, there's actually these microspherules that they're only formed from like massive heat and pressure. And you know that massive heat and pressure, you got to ask where that came from to form these like little tiny microscopic spheres.
Yep, and in this documentary, or not, it's like not even a documentary. It's more like a college level, I guess, lecture on what his study and stuff on it, and he's like converging all these different ideas together. But yeah, it's like in each place he visits, there are the same things you're talking about, where there's like on these crazy stones, they're like tons, they're like 60 to 100 tons heavy. And nothing else, you can tell like the Bronze Age people resettled in these locations because you notice all the stones where they tried to emulate the old ancient technology, they couldn't, and it's so crude, built and stacked up against, they like rebuilt on top of the old ancient structures, right? But on those ancient structures, there's like in certain parts, there's like huge heat flashes on, in like Egypt, like on like all the different statues, like they're just like tons and tons, they weigh so much, and then they're like toppled and they've got like heat burns all over them, right? And then you on the other side of the world, you've got the same type of stuff going on. Really crazy. And then like in the pyramids, there's also like structural damage to the pyramids, and it had to do with the pressure and the heat and stuff from the blasts, theoretically.
Yeah, Graham Hancock is a really good source for the pyramids and kind of the alternate view of how those might have come about. But dude, yeah, the whole what happened 12,000 years ago, we simply don't know. Science is working on it. I think there's hopefully in our lifetimes something that comes out like some new vision of human history that kind of shapes and changes culture and all that. I think
it already really kind of has a little bit. I think the things we're talking about now are relatively, new in like the research being done on them, right? And it'll get better.
Yeah, that's why I like it. It's just exciting. It's new. It's that cutting edge type stuff.
Yeah, man. It kind of reminds you of like Game of Thrones. Like in the books and stuff, they talk about all the ancient lore of like civilizations before and stuff. They don't really know, and it makes you think like, hey, I wonder like how much does George R.R. Martin know about like the cataclysm that happened 12,000 years ago? He's relating it, and you've got like the Great Doom of Valyria and stuff like that. Anyway, nerd stuff. Probe says recused himself, I think, or in before Nerds GIF gets posted or something.
Hey, go for it. I'm all about it.
Jeez, Adventure Freeman? Dude, what is your problem, man? Dang, man. See, people got problems. Like, we're in here and just enjoying ourselves having a conversation, and then you got other people that are watching and complaining about it. But you don't like it, dude. Just leave. Don't cry.
China to me, China.
Don't hate me because I smoked too much weed one night. That's all I gotta say.
Oh my god, Illuminati tip, man. Thanks for the 321 tomatoes, man. You don't like it, you can get out. Thanks, dude.
Goddamn, Ray, you're a fucking legend.
Roll time.
What?
Bro, I've been watching your shit like 800 subs, like maybe like less. The journey you have been on, my dude. Shout out to you.
It's not been a normal one or an easy one.
Dude, I think I've watched almost like 98% of the streams with a couple friends of mine over the past like 2.5 years. Dude, we watch this over television. It is hilarious.
What do y'all say? What do people say when they watch with their friends that like have never?
Bro, it's either 0 or 100. Either nobody gives a fuck about stoinks, or they're like, I'm all in, dude. This is awesome.
Yeah,
there is
polarization. Yeah, that's emotions, man. That's what we're looking at on the charts. We're looking at the emotionalism of buyers and sellers. When you see Bitcoin hitting near like 14K, I mean, that's like the feeling. That's like the emotions of the market, of the participants. That's like your friends, you, and everyone else. and then you correct and you reverse.
Yeah.
And then it all subsides.
Yeah, trade setups though.
On you. Distribute.
I mean, trade setups, dude. I've been watching these escorts for years. Even before I found your show, I was like, all right, let's go. Because the fact you show up every day, I used to do twice a day. I was like,
yeah, dude, I used to do it way too hard before.
Bro, and I'm not even joking, dude. I had been there at a point in my life. So the fact that, like, I know even when you weren't on stream, you might as well have been, because you were in front of that computer fucking studying for the stream. I'm like, bro, this dude, I guarantee he don't sleep.
Yeah, I definitely went nuts.
What was your job before all this? What did you do?
Media sales. Sold like advertising, like ads. And ironically, right, I don't monetize my streams because I hate ads. So
Kappa.
No cap, I hate ads. I literally do. But you know, and the thing is, well, why I monetize like these static videos, I'm playing the YouTube game. It's not the money. It's like you don't make crap from the money. It's about like the ads are there because I think the algos prefer that you be monetized completely. So maybe they would push me more. Maybe I would get discovered more. You know, with SEO.
It's scam wigs. Those are scam wigs, bro. You don't want that. You don't want that smoke. Those are scam wigs. You just got to keep doing what you're doing, my dude. You'll get found organically. Don't even trip.
Yeah, we'll see. Because it hasn't really ever happened. You know, I mean, like, you know, the boom of... See, they changed the algos after the 14K pump. Afterwards. Before, I was riding that algo train like the Jesus man. But once they changed everything... It was Google. It was completely all of Google. You know, what was it? There was a website, ccn.com. It was a big crypto news, like, whatever, multi-purpose website. They went under because when the algos changed, it ruined CCN. They, like, weren't able to be searched for. I don't even know what it was about the algo, but it killed tons of websites, you know, because that's the only way they monetize is, like, ads. I'm crowdsourced. I never had to rely on ads. Never had to rely on, you know, really just, what is it? What are they? Affiliate marketing. I didn't have to rely on that stuff. You know, it's just.
Bro, the roller coaster of emotions that you've also gone on, just because, like, I've also been there, where, like, you'll do a stream, it gets whatever copped out, and, like, it gets dropped, and they, like, block it. And then it's like the Princess Riley days, dude. I've just seen a man go through so many emotions, also by getting hammered drunk at times. I'm like, let's go. Bullshit, dude, we're like, bullshit golfing on the daily is how we're going to live our lives every day.
Stick it to the man, chug a beer, midday, because someone lands on the chug variation or something, right?
Dude, yeah. The most confident man in the world right now.
It was interesting. I don't even know when it started. I didn't drink at all, really. It just kind of like when Jeff showed up, and then like the tip war started, the ancient tip wars.
Bro, that tip war, dude. When you got like, there was one night I was like, bro, what in the fuck did I just witness? I've never seen a man go through so many emotions, to say the least.
Yep. It's
the green beer one, the St. Patty's Day one. First time I remember.
The first St. Patty's stream. We've done 3 now. 3 St. Patty's streams. And the third.
I also couldn't be happier for you, man. That is what you've done is good on you.
Yeah, it's been wild, and my life's changed forever because of it. It's really weird though. It's just like. I don't know. It's like good and bad at the same. It's just hard. Like it's really tough for people to relate with you on what you do for your job. Like how many people can I talk to and be like, hey man, do you live stream too professionally or whatever? And they're like, yeah, I do that. Like no one like, where do you think where I live in Alabama, there's like people that even get this? I mean, people would have to like be my friends and really watch some streams and stuff to get it. Most people just think I might be crazy or something. I don't know.
Bro, I'm gonna give you the biggest consistency award because you are always showing up, dude. Even like on the road when you would bring your travel kit. I mean,
yeah, man. Why not? If I don't do it, no one else will. I mean, you know, people do it. People are consistent.
Bro. You full good on you. It worked out. You did good. You did good, kid. I don't know if you hear that enough, so I just want to let you know.
Oh, Mitch, if I may.
If you may.
Yeah, I wanted to say that, like you mentioned, about the second time I hear that, you know, you basically you find it awkward to tell people what you do professionally, you know, at the place where you live, right? Correct? And I understand that, but I think because you work in the internet and you should maybe think of taking like internet more seriously as like communication devices. If you are meeting with people there, maybe that's already enough because you find like-minded people here and you don't need to do it physically locally where you are. Like I live in Europe now. All my friends are from the US and here people don't understand fucking 70% of what I could tell them about the culture, you know, basic stuff, not even I'm talking about some advanced, you know, technology and whatnot. But the thing that the nerd dominant public or just in general techie people and curious people, smart people are, you know, on the internet right now, that's kind of like I'm happy I'm here and I'm happy I'm surrounded by these people. So I never think about my local, you know, I'm not getting sad about people locally not matching or me not matching their whatever you know, views. Yeah, so I think you should just change your perception and be happy that you know you found people around you in this place, and internet is massively growing. Like COVID proved that, you know, it's getting better and better. People are just getting used to communication here. You know.
Yeah, it's definitely we're definitely at, you know, the beginning, even though we've been at the beginning for a long time. It's just like it's the beginning. I don't know. It's like third gen content creators. Like you had the first gen content creators, like the YouTube people, like Shoe Nice and whatever. Like the people that were like the crude. I'm gonna post a video of a little kid. You know, he's on a stick and another kid like picks up the stick and he falls in. You know, those people. Those are like first gen content creators.
Yeah.
And then you got the second gen content creators who just started streaming. But streaming was less mainstream, you know, 5 years ago. And so now you've got like, I consider myself kind of a third gen live streamer, where it's like, I'm treating this like I'm serious. Like I treat it like, you know, hardcore, all in. It's not a joke.
Yeah, and I gotta tell you, like I'm actually very happy that, you know, you can do it the way you do it, because you are proficient in a specific on a specific subject, right? And you educate people for free, and like you give a lot of good info, and you're fun to watch, and you know you have a great community. And like I used to do like watch streamers, you know, playing video games and such, right? And that was like the most common thing, that when I could say that people require some skill to do stuff like playing esports games, you know, shit like that. That, you know,
yeah, that's why they get watched. Yeah, it's like,
yeah. And you kind of got this like on another level, because you are actually giving this knowledge, and you know it's kind of, how to say, you popularizing just good practices, you know, not gambling, but you know, actually, you know, trading properly, doing technical analysis. You're educating. It's amazing. Like, I mean, you should be fucking proud. Come on. Like, if they don't understand, fuck them. I mean, come on. Do you want to be like necessarily friends with people who can't be, you know, listen for 5 minutes and try to understand what you're doing, right?
Yeah, it's a whole language. This whole world we live in is a huge language, and I think there are a ton of people that don't know the language that attempt to teach it, and that can do far greater damage. You know, I mean, but at the same time, there's so many resources out there if you can find them and, you know, you can pull them together and you can create your own plan. And that's what I've done over all this time. And I'm just like the static video I did today is like kind of the manifestation of everything I've learned kind of and put together.
Love your work. You
nice.
That was really good. I gotta say, I watched that twice through actually because it was so good. Yeah, you covered everything that I needed to like just drill in, and you did it in a format that was awesome.
I'm glad. That was deli
add to
purpose.
his analogy, he's got all the ingredients. He's just looking for the icing on the cake in his personal life.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, for sure. It's
Yeah,
like I've like got nothing to complain about in life except social life and still kind of a downtrend, bear trend. But it's like because I've been so tethered to this stuff, like being here every day. I don't want to miss a stream. I don't want to miss. I don't want to be late. I want to always be here. Right?
I get it. I get it.
Trying to make a career.
It's definitely weighing on you. I can tell.
Yeah,
yeah, it has been lately.
I get it,
and
bro.
it's because of
Dude,
YouTube censoring me and like. Yeah, they're
You've been
definitely
going hard as fuck, bro. You got, dude. I did that, bro. Same amount of time. You did it a little bit longer because I was like, this dude literally prevents me from having to because you just do it all day. I'm like, I watched it from afar. Holy fuck, bro. And I still find myself at times doing it. But bro, you can't hit the gas pedal as hard as you did and think that car is gonna run very long.
Yeah, you gotta find balance, and I think I'll get it.
You do love it, so there's that's cool too.
Yeah, that's why I'm able to actually literally do it every day because it's like, I'm not having a good day, but we'll go live for an hour, and if it's crap, there's no hype. If it's like, like there's just every time I turn on the stream, there's a vibe in the chat, and it can start with me, but definitely the community brings in, I don't know, it can catalyze me or it can deflate me. It really can. Like if there's a bunch of like really stupid comments in the chat and it's like infrequent, it's like, all right, man, this is gonna be one of those days where it's slow. I'll do my analysis, right? I'll provide the value that people seek and covet with the analysis and requests and all that, and look at the markets, go around, and then if, that's it, all right, good. We'll come back tomorrow, we'll do the same thing, and in between, we'll be looking for trade setups and all that, so.
It's a lot like a concert, how the crowd can be like just jiving and the band is rocking out, and they'll come out for an encore and all this stuff, and it's like a really good show. And I've also been to shows where like, the first song, like the crowd they just suck, and like the band won't play well, and they'll only play like a half hour or 60 minutes. They'll just do the minimum, and then
well, you literally have to see this band you speak of. They're not probably doing it literally 7 days a week, every single day for like multiple years, and so like if you've got like people just that. Y'all would understand because you watch more, but like how could you not give me the benefit of the doubt if I'm having a bad day and I'm not in the best mood? Because like most people in that situation wouldn't even show up to provide the technical analysis. They just would be like, no, I'm not doing it. Or they would only stream 3 days a week. And I might do that one day, right? When priorities in my life change, when, settle down and all that stuff. You get kids, my God, no, it's never going to be like this again. These are going to be like the golden ages. People are going to be one day, right? People be like, dang, dude, I remember that time when Mitch streamed 7 days a week for 2.5 years straight. Oh yeah, I remember those days, dude. That would be a thing, in the future, I'm sure. Like, and there's just nothing, how it is, right? Jeff, imagine doing that, with Jake, like working 7 days a week. I mean, it's something that I could do, but it's like, well, I mean, it's
we'll see.
Yeah, exactly, right. It could be done, but I don't know if I want to, man.
A lot of F. Yeah, it's hard. You want to spend
city discounts. Oh yeah, man. Remember that guy? You want the best city discounts. Well, it burned down, I hear. One man army, Minnesota, dude. Sorry.
City discounts 118.
Yeah.
I like you, but you crazy, man.
Bruh.
The bread.
Oh, that was bat. Thanks for the bat, Crypto Tiger.
My mic working?
Cookie, what?
Is my mic working?
Oh, I thought you said something about a cookie 6. Sorry.
I heard Quickie.
Yeah, am I weird? Am I crazy? Wait, did I even spin for the second 59.58? I didn't.
Correct. In the nicest, in
a positive
there's
way.
No chance it's not. There's no chance it's not going to land on Chuck.
It didn't.
It's the arrogant takeover.
You said it's a hostile, arrogant takeover.
Yeah, I'm
gonna you know you're talking about.
Reverse your psychology on it of being the arrogant wheel.
Unfortunately, it didn't work. It played out in my favor by not landing. I landed on Gold Connect. Man, that's all good. Dude, we've been live for 2 hours now. It's friggin' midnight my time. I gotta take care of some stuff, some errands. Dude, I gotta prepare. I don't know what I'm gonna do. This major facelift on a section of the front part of my house that just happens to be here. This window seal back here. Jesus, man.
Oh, God. I remember that start. That get held over because of Corona?
Yeah, yep. Downstairs, there's this big hole below where the window seal is in my, it's like where the French door, or it's not the French door, it's like the windows, like the French windows or whatever. You know, the 3 stick out like it's like the common room. And it's like just I have a huge open area in my house, like the foyer in that room. But like anyway, yeah, dude, it's just like the whole seal's got to be replaced. We did everything we could, but there's just no point in trying to patch it up now because like the drywalling of the ceiling. Well, you just don't want to do that. You got to make sure it's completely resolved, and we're gonna.
Hurricane season in a few months.
Huh?
You got hurricane season in a few months too, don't you?
Yeah, I probably won't have to worry about it. I mean, you know, it's not as that frequent. I mean, it does happen where storms will come in from the Gulf of Mexico and come through Alabama, but and that's definitely that's where the weather. That's like why I'm having to replace this for 25 plus years. You know, this house has been getting weather from the southeast. It comes in from the southeast. I'm sorry, the southwest. You know, and it goes northeast, and that just hits my house. Like I'm trying to show my hands. But yeah, that's like, that's it. But I'm going to have to probably move all this stuff down. I don't trust construction workers. No, like, when I'm talking about technology, at one point, when I graduated college, I was living in my parents' house for about, I don't know, less than a year. And they were getting their huge brand new deck built. And I had all my stuff in the basement. And they were just walking through and stuff. And they saw it. Breaking and entering. I guarantee you they exchanged information with people, and those people monitored me, and my girlfriend was living with me, like, you know, and then we eventually just got an apartment together. But we got burglarized, and it was crazy. It was like making like one of my first sales of a certain type of package, and I was getting called, and yeah, it was like all my tech. Computer. Oh no, it's crazy. They took all this stuff. They didn't take the most expensive thing there, which was the PC, the tower, the computer. They didn't know what they were looking at. But anyway, so like ever since then, I'm like, I'm sure as heck not going to trust anyone working here at my house. So I'm just going to hide most of the tech, you know, and probably just put it in I'll probably just do my streams in my master bedroom at this point because I don't even care.
Silk Road packages, Kappa.
Wait.
Honestly, Mitch, did you ever consider doing what Elon Musk has done recently? You know, just
sell
get rid of
everything?
all the
unfortunately, no, because he's got a lot more, you know, recurring revenue sources, and I need the computer to trade and to stream and all that. So, no, I'm not getting rid of this PC. Heck no, man. I love it.
No. Why rid of it? No, don't get rid of PC. I mean,
are you talking about like my house? Like
no, yeah, exactly. Like because you're talking about all this stress that has to do with repairs and shit, and I'm thinking like well, I was the same like literally very recently, like a year ago. and I felt so liberated. I always owned my own stuff, like either apartments or a house. It was the last thing I owned, right? And it was pretty big for me. A family lived there before, and I had to maintain this shit, like, and I'm like, man, when when you kind of get away from these troubles and just start to concentrate on shit you love and just think about, okay, well, if I need to settle with someone, make kids and stuff, yeah, then I can fucking buy my own shit. Why would I have it? Because I'm afraid to be homeless. I mean, you can fucking rent shit, right? This is my thinking now. It's just, if you have something, especially if you are not restricted to any locality, you can fucking live where you want, right? With the internet and what you're doing.
So, of course, yeah. But it's like where I live in like one of the, the cost of living here is inexistent. The amount of wealth I'm able to accumulate because my overhead is so low where I live, it's unreal. It's so good that if you were in this situation, it would be tough for you too. I mean, I'm talking like I'd be paying like literally double minimum anywhere I go. Like, if I go to Dallas, Austin, Atlanta, maybe not Atlanta, but it's starting to get there. Nashville, Tampa, I'm gonna be paying literally double the amount of money per year that I pay now. And that's just like, I mean, if I can just, what I'm doing is like, if I can just hold off, I'm super frugal. Like, I'm always to a fault been like really tight with money, and that hasn't changed. I'm not splurging. Like, me buying that 10.5 inch barrel, like, that's, I have expenses, but dang, dude, I never splurged like that,
Yeah, I get that. I kind of had the same mentality. I remember when I made money than I have now on crypto, and I couldn't, get them out of the country I lived in at the time, safely. But the fact is, when I got them, I was not even fucking celebrating. I gave fuck all, like it was like, okay, cool, something to write home about. But this is not changing my life. I'm still going to be on the same, level economically, because these are my needs. I can basically I can pay for it like with what I already was paying. I don't need to get to a higher level of spending necessarily, right? And if you have this routine in life where you're happy and you do what you do and you're satisfied with that for now, of course you try to optimize it, right? You don't want to do it in a place where like you wouldn't be able to enjoy the place, but you would still pay for it, right? Higher. So I get that, but I think just having like a place in general, especially the one you should care about, regularly, it kind of puts you in this box, like your mind, and it's hard for you to get out and think about something crazy, maybe getting somewhere, moving somewhere, finding a girl somewhere where it's higher chance, statistically.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. Sure. Sam T's like figure in the
cost of social stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Which is the only part of my life that is kind of out of balance right now. I mean, God, the finances, work, career, exercise, body, mind, all that's really good, but again, socially, that is out of whack. And that's a good problem to have, I guess. Like, most people would kill to have that.
It's funny you mentioned, because exercise goes well with when you're on a routine, when you have like a certain timings for everything. I've been like going to the gym like for a while. I've been doing keto before it was cool, like I've been on this shit for years and years. Yeah. So I'm used to that, and especially with the fact that on keto you're kind of chill and stable compared to you don't have sugar spikes, right?
Exactly.
So you are
stable,
you're much kind of, you get used to that. It's a stable life, and you don't get so much of a rush, all of a sudden. So of course you get even more settled, so to say, in your space. So I get that. Just saying, like, of course, especially if you are like, I don't know if you consider internet like a good place, especially in a male dominant like sphere that you work in and you stream in. It's pretty hard to like get to know someone, I suppose, just randomly. But so
yeah, dude, at least the Twitch guy streamers got all the Twitch thoughts that are clout chasing and all that stuff. At least they have, for us it's like 97% men, and it's just like you focus on the charts and the trading, and it's like it's not like that Twitch stuff is just like mental trash, like mental Swiss cake rolls, and this here is like mental sushi or mental freaking very well balanced meal.
I'd say like if you have a place, what I did, I was alone for a while too, and I just went, in what was autumn, October, I went to Amsterdam dance events. So, but it's a known place in Europe, right? Amsterdam is like the hub city.
What is happening to the chat right now? So buggy. Oh, it's YouTube's API. Look what it's doing now. It's now bleeding into YouTube. The problem that we were seeing on Streamlabs is now happening literally at the source. Whoa. That's wild. One Man Army shouldn't have timed that guy out, Sam T out anyway. But now it's super obvious.
Especially not 15 times.
That's a little embarrassing. Ugh. Get wrecked, One Man Army. Sorry.
I was saying that if you have a place like you have Vegas there, right? Place that is full of clubs, festivals, and like now of course it's all fucked up because of COVID. But in general, like I'd say just go somewhere, just hang out where you can really have a party. When the party is made for you, you don't need to even kind of think. Just relax and have a good time. Grab some friends. Actually with people from the community who you know and who you're friendly with, you can just organize a meetup, right? And it's so much easier because people go there, people congregate in these places specifically to to have a good time, right? And you don't need to think about moving or living somewhere. I suppose that you're of a higher statistical chance to meet someone like-minded or some girl that you might. No, go to a place where people just gather, because that's where the most just diverse public is, right?
For sure, yeah. Meetups. I mean, dude, Probes and me, we're gonna go to Tokyo. We're gonna go next year, but we're gonna go this year. I was gonna go.
Where else are we gonna go?
I was gonna go to Oktoberfest. Oktoberfest. I mean, that was definitely on the.
No, there's one other weird place.
What? Another weird place?
Yeah.
And see, that's another thing. I'm continuing to just hoard cash so I can travel as much as I want in the future. I can.
Oh, you don't need to take time off of work even. You don't need to kind of collect.
Well, I would take I can take my work with me. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I mean. You don't have to kind of officially, collect the holiday days and and use them in a specific manner to match your meetup. No, you could just same people who listen to you and watch you, other people you're gonna meet with. It's easy.
Dude, were you around during like Austin and stuff when I was traveling there? Like I was doing like IRL streams like with.
I did see a few.
Yeah, man, it's a lot of fun. I love doing it, and it's really fun getting done streaming. In those times, and then being done, and like I get to hang out with people that completely get me, completely get everything that that is cool, like charts and sports and like just all the normal things that we're into, drinking and geez, man, like Elon Musk and memes and good God, there's like an unlimited amount of things that we could put in a category of just things of commonalities in this community, right? That's like what draws us all here. So
and I totally fucking understand so much, because like when I get into like a normal so to say world and just random people around me, I actually get surprised how much they are normally off of or away from their culture, even though I don't consider like the internet thing that's special. It's just people who are here, most of them are familiar with some memes that are commonly known, right? The culture is there, and it's just like there's just a big difference, I think, with people who work or they use internet for work, right? And whatever. Like, point is, like they are much more like they're much easier to communicate with, and you have so much fucking common ground normally, right? And it feels so comfy, and it feels so cool when everyone gets you. It's just there is no fucking way you can have a bad time in this company, right?
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna have another meetup at some point. Not sure when, since Las Vegas has reported, record number of COVID cases since they reopened the casinos. Yep. So waiting for all this to calm down.
If I make sick fat gains, I'll come over from NZ, bro.
Do it, man. Be the first. We haven't had any we've only had like one. I mean, we've had like a couple meetups. It just depends like what you consider a meetup. 2 kind of, maybe 3-ish. but they're not like, we've only had one official. It was the 10,000 sub meetup stream. So
well, now with COVID, it sort of makes it like I have no idea when I'll be able to leave this country.
Yeah, you can't right now. It's most like countries are like that. So, yep. And
actually, yeah, they started lifting it up. Sorry, Rob. I wanted to say they started lifting it up, and I think there is a lot of fucking I'm so afraid of second wave here in Europe because you guys have it too hard, like to lift it up yet, right? So you're not even thinking about it, right? I even hear the 4th of July will be kind of fucked up because of it, right?
No, dude,
no way, because Memorial Day we didn't see like a massive spike for Memorial Day, and a lot of people.
No, they said They said there will be no gathering or something. They said there will be no. I'm not familiar with the with the exact festivities, but
it's like 2 weeks after, and we are seeing the spike right now. But it's supposedly still the first wave. That's what we're seeing right now. Because a lot of the areas that are having the big spikes were not the heaviest hit areas.
Because here, like, they just lifted the lockdown in Poland, for instance, and many other countries here in Europe, right? And like, I see people they just stop fucking wearing masks. They stop like caring about their hygiene. It's like everything's fucking fine, immediately. Like, the government gave you an order, and this mentality just fucking kills me. Like, nobody is like really conscious, like, on their own. They just need a fucking either a limiter or do whatever, right? And like, I don't get it. Right? It's just people should be responsible for themselves and others, right? It's just shit.
Yeah. Hey, look, I've been live 2 hours 15 minutes. I'm gonna get out of here. Gonna wind down, try to relax. So when I'm streaming, man, I'm going. Like, it's just like my brain is, it takes time for me to settle down after stream. And it's late as that. It's 12:20 for me. So,
peace out, brother.
Yeah, I can recharge the battery so I can do it all again tomorrow.
Yeah, have a good rest.
Yeah, thank y'all for coming out. And thanks for supporting.
Quadruple witching.
Yep, tomorrow's quadruple.
Witching. Yep. I'm gonna watch you with my girlfriend. Just I even said I'm not gonna trade on Friday. Mitch is gonna stream probably. We get grab a fucking beer and sit in front of the TV. Like,
it's not gonna be crazy. I remember these.
High volume, high volatility, but it just ends up pretty much
all the contracts expiring.
I think it'll be down. You're gonna have
maybe next week it'll be crazy.
Wait.
Yeah, next week should be. You're gonna have mutual funds and 401k rebalancings.
What if you put a window with your profit loss graph there, and like, is it more interesting this way, like, next to the cast? No.
No, I mean, last time everyone on Wall Street Bets in March was going long in the last 45 minute or hour and a half, trying to scalp whatever they could, thinking quadruple witching would pump the market.
And it's like, nope. Yeah, it's like not gonna work out the way you think, man. Yeah. All right, y'all. Thanks so much for the support, really, because all you in here in this voice chat and the others, of course, y'all make the dream continue. So thanks so much for the affirmation. I'm gonna keep it up. All right. Peace out. All right, chat. It's you and me, but not for long. Thanks for the likes, the love, the support, contribution. I mean, still 100 of y'all still here. What's even going on, man? Best community out there. I'll be back. Till next time, respect the TA.
those turd nuggets?